Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the best damn professional wrestling podcast on the planet today. I am, of course, one of your two hosts, self, Mr. Perfection, Odin's greatest creation, the gift of this generation, Mr. Perfection himself, Lakota Carter, and I'm here once again with my guy in the chair, the Ned to my Spider-Man, the Roman to my Paul Heyman, on so many levels. But we are here to talk
You about
about
to maybe have a Frank Castle moment, dude. Oh, oh,
Oh man, we are here to talk about Backlash and what a show it was. What a surprising show, honestly.
yes.
I have no negatives. Let me turn you up a little bit. I have no negatives for this show at all whatsoever. Um,
I'm glad you
except
don't.
I mean, I we'll get into that in a second. Drew's got one complaint about this entire show, and I'm playing this whole episode. I want you guys to know. A lot of people say, "Oh, you're just an asshole. You're a mark." No, I'm a character. You dumb fucks. Learn how the business works. So I'm gonna be a full character during this episode. So get fucking ready. Um, man, let's talk about that opener. And it was the opener between Braun and Seth. We all knew this was gonna be a great match, but I don't think anybody expected it to be as good as it fucking was.
No. And it really does feel like it is the first of many
Yeah.
upcoming matches they're gonna have, whether it's on Raw, on Clash in Italy, main
Hmm.
event, whatever. The next few pay-per-views or events there will be a continued Seth Rollins versus Braun
Yeah.
Breaker segment or match
Yep.
um, until they finally say this is a. Hold on,
Hold
sorry
on.
guys, I've got the
Post show
show
on.
showing up and it's got Seth Rollins on there right now.
Oh.
All right, he just said that the plan for him is back to the World Heavyweight Championship, but he can't do that until he gets rid of Braun Breaker.
Smart. I mean, you did lose tonight, Seth.
Yep.
Yeah, and it was just I feel like in a lot of these cases, in a lot of these matches, it was the first step into many. Um,
All but one.
all except for one, which we'll get into. Um, I thought this opener was fantastic.
It was.
Um,
It was.
I thought every match on this show was top tier. Um, although I can agree with you on some things about the finish of the main event. I still
Well,
acknowledge you, my tribal chief. I love you, my tribal chief. Um, but I thought every match was great from the opener to the main event. I mean, even Sami Zayn and Trick Williams, I think, put on a fucking barn burner of a match. But go ahead and give me your big takeaways from the first two matches, involving Sammy and Braun and
well,
Seth.
honestly, I'm surprised that Sammy's match was the second match.
Yes.
I really thought it was going to be Io and Asuka as the
Yep.
second match,
Yep.
which that was a great match. But before I
Yes.
really say anything on that, on either match, which again, they were both great.
Mm-hmm.
If WWE, and we mentioned this in Discord, if WWE is going to continue to have the first hour on of any PLE on ESPN, the
Mm-hmm.
ESPN app needs to be discounted. We shouldn't be paying full price that they're telling us about. Um, we're paying the $15 whatever a month for the app.
$60 a month.
Yeah, okay, sorry, $16 a month. But we shouldn't be paying that full price if the first hour of a 3 hour event is on uh is on live cable. And that's for Mania as well. If it's a 2 night event and the first hour of each event is on cable, which other people are already paying for,
Mm-hmm.
we shouldn't be double paying. That's
No,
bullshit.
it is bullshit. I mean, you're
But
paying $60, $60
yeah, I'm sorry, 6-0, my bad.
a month for ESPN Plus or ESPN Ultimate, whatever the fuck you want to call
Yeah.
it. And that's a very steep price point for fucking pay-per-views that only have 5 matches. Now,
Yes.
granted, if they have these quality matches every time, fine,
But
cool.
we know that's not going to happen.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's fine. That's cool, but we all know that's not gonna happen. Um, and you keep giving us first two matches on the show for absolutely complete free. Anybody that's got
Yeah.
cable or anything can watch it. Hell, I'm pretty sure if you go on the ESPN app and you just have it downloaded, you would probably be able to watch that first hour. Um, and like you said, and like I said, those prices need to go down to at least if we're doing that, it needs to go down from 60 to about 20 to 15 a month.
I'd say 2025.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you're only paying, if the 3 hour event, the first hour is free,
Hmm.
then there needs to be some serious um, recompensation.
Yeah.
But the first two
1000%.
matches, both of them excellent.
Hmm.
Who did I want to see win? They did not win. But both matches, both competitors did not look weak at all.
No.
Um, Now with Breaker and Rollins, we already know that's first of many matches.
Yes.
However, I do hope with Sammy and Trick Williams that ends that feud. That
Yeah.
someone else
Me.
steps in now
Mhm.
and is the next competitor, number one contender.
Brother, I'm right there with you.
How are we going to get to that? Who knows? Because Mello doesn't do open chat or not Mello.
Trick.
Trick Williams doesn't do open challenges. So they're gonna have to have some kind of tournament. Somebody's gonna have to step up on SmackDown and and interrupt him during a segment where he's coming out to praise his victory, something along those lines.
Yeah. It was I thought both matches were crazy. Um, but we can jump into the third match, which arguably has the potential to be match of the night.
Second best, I'd say it's tied for match of the night.
Yeah, it's tied for me because regardless of how Roman and Jacob ended, that lived up to every bit of hype that it had behind it. Um, Regardless of how you feel about your tribal chief, my tribal chief, the head of your table, the head of my table.
Sure, fucking at my table. That's an IKEA table that's gonna fall apart real quick if that's the case.
Oh man.
I'll bring the termites.
One day you're going to have to acknowledge this
No,
man.
I will not.
You're going to have to acknowledge him one way or another.
Anyways, that third match was amazing.
It
And it
was.
was not what we expected at all. And I love that.
No.
I absolutely love that.
I mean, we really discredited this match in our predictions video saying that this is kind of a throwaway match, and I want to apologize for that now to both competitors because they tore the house down. And Sportskeeda, which is not a very reliable source for news, until I get from a Dave Meltzer or Sean Ross app, the rumor going around right now is that Asuka is done with WWE, calling it quits. And she did tear up, but I think maybe a lot of people are reading too much into that. I think that might have been, damn, we just had a banger, and there's one piece of this story missing. And
Yep.
I think that might be where the
Oh,
emotion
because the
came from.
fans were definitely screaming they
Oh
wanted
man,
Kyrie.
it was like our truth all over again.
Yes. And
You
could you
know,
imagine if that was a triple threat with Kyrie in there as
oh my
well?
God. Oh my
That's the only way that match could have been better.
yeah. Yeah. Um, just wow. I think a lot of people are reading into that kind of like they do with a lot of things in the sports world. That you see these emotional performances, especially in
But
wrestling.
I won't blame them too much because it does make you think and it makes you want to
Yes.
form your own opinion on what could
Yes.
potentially be happening. And like we're doing right now, we're talking about it. And that's
Yes.
exactly what that does. It gets people to talk about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I
But to
think
take it to that extreme and to
yes.
make it in such a public platform,
Yes.
something should have been said, hey, in our opinion, we think this.
Yeah.
Because they made
But
it sound like it was exact concrete evidence that it was happening.
but then a website like Sportskeeda doesn't get paid because they get paid by the amount of clicks that they get on their
Yes.
website.
Yes.
And so that's the one problem I have with sports journalism, especially in the world of wrestling. Something just happened on the pre-show.
Danhausen's coming to the post show.
Oh God, we love you, Danhausen. We'll talk about you in a second. Um, But my problem with, especially in the world of wrestling, it's not a big problem in the NFL or MLB or anywhere else where you spread these false narratives. But I feel like it's done way too much with wrestling because the second somebody gets emotional, oh, they're calling it quits. You ever think that they just love this business so much that they just realized, holy shit, these people really just enjoyed what I did? Or they're like, holy shit, I miss my friend that's not here that fucking should be here.
Yep.
Um, Now, granted, she could be leaving. I don't think she's leaving. I think they would build her up. I think she would get a Cena treatment in a way because she is, in my opinion, on that caliber. I mean, they ruined
Oh
her.
yeah, I
You know,
agree.
they
I
they
agree.
they ruined her at WrestleMania 34 when she lost her streak to Charlotte Flair,
Yeah.
who I will never say another bad thing about again in my life. But that wasn't Charlotte's fault. That's booking's fault. Um,
It might have been Oscar's way of. It could have been an Oscar decision too.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I just feel like it killed her momentum. But when she first came into the company and she was red hot, like
Yep.
within a few months, she was Raw Women's Champion when she showed up on the main roster. She has a Hall of Fame career,
Oh,
without a
without a doubt.
shadow of a doubt. So I feel like she deserves that Cena treatment, and I feel like, they'll give her that because historically she's a Triple H girl.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So she will get that John Cena treatment. Now, would I love to see her in New Japan? Fuck yes, I would. Would I love to see her in AEW's women division? Fuck yeah, I would, because she could save it. Danhausen.
Yes, they have the best sign in the world.
The best sign of what's the best sign in the
Hire
world?
Logan Paul. Oh,
Boo.
yes. Yes, the mini Housens are there.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh, it's great. That is
oh,
great.
oh man. Dude, so jumping over to that now that we've talked about EO
Oh,
and
that's not a worm. Oh, that's just disturbing.
is it
That's
teeth?
disturbing.
Is it teeth?
What happens when you just let those guys loose and do whatever they want? Oh, it's like the scary little minions.
Like the purple minions from Despicable Me 3. Um, Jumping over to that, now at the beginning of this reveal, you said it was disappointing.
I was at first.
I was at first too. And I owe Danhausen and everybody that was involved in that segment, every agent that was involved, a big ass apology.
Yes.
Because man, it was brilliant. It was so much fun. Danhausen is definitely a national treasure who needs to be protected at all costs. I don't care what we
This,
got to do. But
this one little dude is just creepy. His arms look longer than his legs.
um, so of course we're talking about the tag team.
Uh,
We're talking about the
sorry.
tag team match between Kit Wilson and the Miz and Danhausen, and what we find out that is Minihausen's
Uh,
Minihausen.
yeah, it came out with one, which we found out was El Toro.
Yeah, El Torito.
Yeah, El Torito. And then Kit Wilson, later in the match, gets chased up the ramp by him, gets thrown back into the cloning machine, and then next thing you know, here comes like five or six little extra minions, and oh, it terrified Wade Barrett and had me cracking up the entire time.
Wade Barrett made this segment 10 times better because as they're in the ringside area, you can hear Stu Bennett go, "Oh my god! Oh my god! They're
Yeah,
biting me!
I think
They're
he has
biting
a
me!"
actual phobia
Yes, of
of
midgets.
little people, and which makes it even better.
Yeah. And it was hilarious because you had,
Wait.
yeah. Oh, oh,
Oh, to the New York Knicks. I apologize, but unless you give Danhausen front row seats, you're still cursed.
I
So
love
Stephen A.
Danhausen.
Smith, sorry, my man.
Sorry, my
You better
man.
hook up Danhausen. Could
Um,
you imagine Danhausen on the front row of a Knicks game? Oh, he'd be over there with Spike Lee and just goofing around the entire time.
yeah, beating popcorn, have one of those big ass giant bucket helmets like he had when he was walking around Access.
But did you see not just him, but the minis? there with him, but in full costume, everything just oh my God, driving the Danhausen mobile and
Dude, it would be fantastic. Um, I gotta send you that toy hunt I was watching earlier. He had me cackling because Ethan Page, I don't know if he's allowed to upload on that channel anymore, but I used to watch him all the time. I used to do these Wednesdays where he would go on in toy stores and hunt for toys.
Mhm.
Danhausen, you would think would just have the paint on and be talking in his normal voice. No, he's in full gimmick. And this video that I watched earlier was when he had broke his foot and he was going around the store and he was hobbling on a foot and Hornswoggle's on the fucking in the fucking video and they're all trying to hunt and Hornswoggle's like, I fucking hate him. What the fuck is wrong with him? And Danhausen's like, that's not true. Nobody hates Danhausen. And he's like, they use sticky notes here. So you could really just bring your own sticky note and rip it off and write your own
Yep.
price. He's brilliant. Thought this segment was fantastic. I really did. I thought it was really, really good.
Yes.
This pay-per-view to me felt like it flew by, but in a good way.
It flew by because it was so entertaining.
Yes.
Not like SmackDown where it was so slow and boring and unnecessary and proof that they need to go to 2 hours instead of three.
Yeah. Or maybe even one,
They could pull a AAA.
you know.
But it was, and it's also again, it was the night before pay-per-view, so it kind of makes a little bit of sense. But there wasn't really anybody involved in last night that was involved tonight except Trick Williams and Sami Zayn, and nothing really happened. So
Yeah, I mean,
let's talk about that main event.
yeah, let's get into it. Drew's favorite talking point of this episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start or do you want to
Go ahead.
start?
Go ahead.
Uh, so no surprise, nobody. Your tribal chief, my tribal chief, the head of Andrew's table, the head of my table, the head of everyone's table, comes out with the victory, ladies and gentlemen, because he is the second greatest of all time, the most, hardworking man in WWE. He never cheats to do anything. I don't know where this hatred for Roman Reigns is coming from. He's just doing what he has to do. And like I told Drew in Discord, if you got a loaded gun to your head, you ain't gonna think about, oh, let me try to get out of this. You gonna try to hit a dude in the dick, or you're gonna grab him by the head. You're gonna slam him into the turnbuckle. Allegedly, now I didn't see the turnbuckle pad fly off. I don't know what Drew's problem is. I don't know what. I don't know what the internet's talking about. But what I'm most excited for is the fact that it makes you this upset that you have bought into this propaganda that Roman can't do anything without being cheated, can't do anything without cheating. You've bought into the propaganda and it's not good. Like, Corey Graves told Peter Rosenberg, this is a podcast, so we can talk about what we want. But Peter Rosenberg coming out there saying that Roman Reigns can't do anything without cheating. What fucking credentials do you have other than being bald and a fucking mark for the business? You have no right to talk about your tribal chief, my tribal chief, the second greatest of all time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I don't know where this hatred is coming from. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It makes me laugh. It's comical to me that people
There
just.
better not be a fine for Jacob Fatu.
I think there needs to be.
He is absolutely justifiable on losing his shit.
I
Wait a
mean,
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
oh. Speaking of, possibly, maybe.
Oh, now he's going to.
Oh,
Oh,
developing stories, folks.
oh. Okay, 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 okay. All right, all right, all right. Spoiler alert,
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns is a bitch. He just went the corporate route. They just showed that actual interview. And his response was, this is why he should have never been allowed here in the first place. He doesn't belong here, talking about Jacob. He's now butthurt that he just got his ass handed to him, that he had to cheat to win, and not in the Eddie Guerrero sense. He had to cheat to win. The refs allowed it to happen, and Jacob Fatu is completely justifiable on losing his shit. Now, Hurricane, Adam Pierce, the other officials that got in the way, that's on you. You knew first and foremost that when you have a psychopath in there and you go to put your hands on him when he is seeing red, that anything is possible. And more than likely, you're getting your ass handed to you.
Okay.
Now, the fact that Roman's trying this corporate thing of since I'm champ, I can say whatever happens, and trying to say that Jacob is not allowed to be here anymore. That was his last night because he's unhinged. That was the reason you brought him in the first place. So now that he's doing exactly what you brought him in to do, but it's against you, quit your bitching. So, yes, he got the victory tonight. All right. It's officially on the scorecard for the victory. He, this is the reason that Roman Reigns will not be here in June. There will be a rematch at Clash in Italy. And if he retains then, Jacob Fatu is going to put him out of action until SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And I want to see it happen.
So speaking out of character, because I know a lot of you are probably going to be like, "Oh my god, you can't be serious." No, that's me playing the heel, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I'm really excited about this because now we get the MLW Jacob Fatu, and for the
Yes.
record, I love you,
Oh,
Jacob,
and
so much.
his entrance, got to take a moment for that. His entrance with the lay that was made by um
Haku's daughter.
Haku's niece or daughter or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was huge. And I was not expecting that. I was expecting like a werewolf mask or something, his biker thug gear, whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
loved the way he came out tonight. It was
Yes.
absolutely amazing.
I
The
just don't
only
like how he
thing
ripped it
that
apart.
was could have been better is if he actually won the title.
Yeah, I can agree with that from a fan perspective and not Mr. Perfection, but you'll get him in just a second because you said something in your little rant there that I have to point out in character.
That's fun.
But this was fantastic. This match from every little detail. The finish, yes, it just diminishes Roman as this bitch, as you call him, but I don't think he is. Um, the match was fantastic. It lived up to every bit of a hype that it had behind it. JR, I know you're going to watch this recording later. You were fucking wrong. The professor was wrong, ladies and gentlemen, and we got to get him back in here one day because speaking in character right now, he's a little upset at TKO. But
I can't blame him.
I mean, I realistically I can't either. But at the same time, it's like, damn,
But not just for those reasons. I can't blame him for being upset on other reasons too. So
yeah, I get it. I understand that, but
yeah,
he has some serious beef with WWE that's uncalled for. I mean, we can both
is
agree
it
on that.
or is it uncalled for?
It, bro, if tonight didn't make you smile as a WWE fan, there's something wrong with you. You need to
Oh,
go
I know.
check your prescription or
No,
something.
it was a good PLE.
It was fucking great.
Yeah. When
Um,
we're only getting five matches,
yeah,
that oh,
and-
and we completely overlooked the special
yeah. I
announcement.
want to save that for last.
Okay, sorry.
Because that's fucking huge to me. Um, so I'm really excited for the future. I think Roman does lose the belt if he's not around for June again. Don't believe everything you read on the fucking internet. Because we were told that he was going to get released and he wasn't signing another contract with TKO. They're not going to release Roman Reigns. I trust me on that. They will give him whatever he asked for. Um, him saying that people saying he's not going to be around for June just because they took his dates away. You ever think about how they've been like, oh, well, we probably shouldn't have done that in the first place. Let's make it a surprise. That could be the case, or it could be the case that he's busy in June and has to do something do with Hollywood because he is a multi-billion-dollar check, and people like Mr. Magic Fingers gets to wake up every day and be miserable because he helped sign that check. You helped sign it, my friend. But before we get into that big announcement, Drew, going back and speaking to Mr. Perfection, the greatest voice of this generation, the most humble man in the world of professional wrestling today. You said something in your little argument about my tribal chief that I want to address. You called Jacob Fatu a psychopath.
Yes.
And now you're gonna call Roman Reigns a bitch for having to
Yes.
do what he had to do to survive a psychopath.
Yes.
Realistically, ladies and gentlemen, this is a man who was locked up, locked down for years. There should be repercussions. He should be locked in handcuffs. He should be taken to a Tampa Bay prison and never let back in the WWE again. But
Dude, if I
because
was on that council that decides who's a tribal chief, I'd have some serious questions right now.
I don't have any questions. I mean, you have this
I would
rogue
have some serious concerns of the current leadership of the tribal chief position.
you have this rogue Samoan who by the way I can't help it. I got to break character for a second. God, it was so good. But you have this wild Samoan who number one breaks the number one Fatu rule. You don't use the tongue and death grip on your own family. What the fuck are you thinking? Um he's unhinged and needs to be fined, fired, locked up. I don't care what you need to do, but that was uncalled for. And he just geez, man. I felt like I was watching another Kansas City Royals game out there where it was just like miserable to sit there and watch, because my tribal chief was destroyed and hurt and pain and it hurt my soul. Kind of like you and your Royals, right? You sit there every game and you're hoping you win and then you realize, damn, just another Kansas City team that can't get the job done.
Mm, we're going that route. We are going that route. We're bringing the sports into this. Oh man, as the one who's wearing the Bengals jersey that probably should have been burnt after the last two seasons.
Listen, I wear this with pride, but I
Woo!
will tell y'all right now, out of character, we fucking suck. But I wear this with pride. I actually need to wash it. I got shit all over it. I got dogs that beat on me. I got a woman that throws stuff on me, y'all. Um, but let's talk about this big ass announcement. Because
Which
man,
we were not expecting.
no, no, I don't think
And we both admitted that when it comes to things that are getting spoiled, leaked, whatever,
I fucking hate it.
we're not a fan of it.
No,
But
no, I
this one
fucking hate it.
surprised us because we all thought it was going to be them talking about Club WWE.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a launch day.
Yeah, just a little bit extra details to the information we already had.
Yeah,
But it was nothing related to that at all.
no,
And they really made it sound like Cena was coming out of retirement for another match,
yeah, which I don't like.
which I'm happy they didn't say that. But he's admitted that we don't know when yet. There's a John Cena title that is going to be
Yep,
happening, and it's going to be between the tournament, I guess you could say, the
yep.
one night event is going to be just like we had the Saturday night main event before Cena's last match,
The
where it
John
was
Cena Classic is what it's being called.
right, the John Cena Classic, and this is going to be an event where you've got the up and comers
Mm-hmm.
facing against the veterans to
Yep.
make a name for themselves.
Yep.
And oh, dude, if it's
And
anything like when Sol Roca faced Bailey
yes,
or
yes.
um, Obafemi was going off against Cody Rhodes, it was
You
amazing matches. So if they
man,
can keep that up, let's have a let's have a John Cena Open Challenge or John Cena Classic every other month. That way, it's something as a filler in between
good grief.
these longer periods of times between pay-per-views.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think this announcement is insane. He did also announce that we were getting a new championship.
We are getting a
Uh,
new title. I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like. It
yeah,
better be a spinner belt.
I want it to be a goddamn spinner belt too. Come
The
on, WWE. But I don't want it to fall in the category of a
24/7 championship.
no. Hold on, I'm trying to find the right words here. of a crown jewel championship
Okay, yeah,
where it's just a fucking belt that has no meaning. I want
right.
the John Cena uh championship to be the Continental Classic Championship
Yes.
of
Oh my
WWE.
God, yes. Follow the same rules too.
Yes. Hustle, loyalty, and
Something
respect
you actually
rules.
have to defend, not just, hey, I
Yes.
got a ring for it or whatever. And
Yes. Um, at first we thought he was coming out of retirement, and I got really excited, but I was like, "Oh man, come the fuck on! You told me you wasn't going to do this."
yeah, yeah. But
Um,
he's been true to his word. The only
yeah, he
involvement
has.
he's had has
He
been,
didn't even run down to the ring, which broke my heart.
which
He
the
walked.
whole, you got to get out of the way. I talked to Stu, and then you got to get out of the way. Like, wait, what are you talking about, dude? Like, what the hell?
I talked to Stu, and you get out of the way. It broke my heart not to see him run. It broke my heart to see an older John Cena.
Well, I don't want to see any man running shoes like that because they're probably $600, $700 shoes, and
I mean, it's
you
just
step the wrong way, and that's a broken ankle. That's a torn Achilles. I mean, that's. I mean, just ask Vince McMahon when he was doing his pompadour strut down the ring and blew both his quads. So
it's funny you bring his name up because I can't be the only one that thinks about this. Why
yeah,
does
he's
John Cena look like a Vince McMahon?
same hairstyle and
Yes.
everything.
Yes. And I don't know if he's doing that on purpose to be like, hey, boss, I still see you and I
He might
love you.
be. It might be a tribute to him.
Um, and by the way, we need to bring Vince back for the fuck's sake. Just let the man come home. The man didn't fucking get convicted of anything. I'm getting tired of this shit. Because
Dude,
the
that's
bitch didn't
multiple
say nothing.
sources I'm now seeing stating that Asuka officially retired.
Oh no.
Now, if it's retire out of WWE or retire wrestling in general, they haven't confirmed, but
I
it's
mean,
not
she's
just
a veteran,
Sportskeeda.
man. She's been doing
It's
a
it's not just
long.
Sportskeeda. I mean, because she's been doing that since she was what, 15, 16 years old?
Yeah,
She's 44 now.
yeah,
It still looks amazing.
yeah. With or
But
without face paint.
yeah, that's not the Sportskeeda is not the only place that I've seen
Okay.
say
So
this. So
it might be official
yeah.
as far as we can tell. But the one thing that I want to talk about before we close the show and we give more details about this John Cena Classic, another thing that I didn't think I thought you was going to pop for, but you didn't, was the fact that Cena said that it was going to be in our hands.
Yes.
They're
Well,
bringing back tough enough voting, man, to where we can say, "Hey, we like this guy."
and that's the thing I did forget about, but he even stated you don't have to win the match
Mm-mm.
to win over the fans and win the title.
Some would say you just have to have ruthless aggression.
And who will step up when the lights are shining brightest?
Carmelo Hayes. For fuck's sake. Listen, we talked about him being on the potential release window.
That's the thing. I've not seen his name get removed from that yet.
I'm telling you, if he gets released, I'm losing my goddamn mind right here on this show. And I will have a fucking hour rant where we won't talk about nothing that happened that week. I will talk about the release of Carmelo Hayes for a fucking hour. But anyway, um, the other thing that I want to talk about, Drew. Whoa, something happened. What just happened? Oh, that face. Oh, it can't be good. Oh no. Uh oh. Moment of silence, perhaps? Now it's confusion. It was
The
shock.
veterans that are potentially in danger. This one makes sense due to injury concerns. Sheamus,
Yeah.
Sami Zayn.
Fuck out of here. I don't care.
But what's that going to do with the potential for being in Saudi Arabia next year?
It's gonna plummet.
The Miz,
No. No.
Shinsuke Nakamura,
I can see that.
the Creed brothers, and Ivy Nile.
Fuck out.
Um,
Oh, hold on. I'm getting a phone call from that guy.
Bronson Reed
Keep talking. I'm gonna have to answer this business call.
and Austin Theory.
What's up, big guy? Yeah, are you busy right now? Could you do a fucking podcast? Well, yeah, don't be showing up on our show butt ass naked. All right, all right. We're gonna wrap up our actual review and then we'll do a separate review with you. Is that
Yep,
okay with you, Drew?
that works. I
All
got
right,
time.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll send you the link in your messenger. All right, bub. All right, bub. All right. All right.
That's
Looks like we're getting that meeting after all. Uh,
that's just crazy that it's.
some of those
I
names
was not
don't.
expecting those names.
Those names do,
Not the Miz.
bother me a little bit. The Miz really bothers me. He just had a fucking wonderful fucking
He
performance.
did, but like I said though, he they need to get him away from this comedy gimmick. Even though he's brilliant at it.
Bring him back to 2011, Miz.
Yes, yes, I want to see him
Fuck's
go
sake.
for another title run, and
Yeah.
not just the mid card stuff.
And not just fucking hold it for a fucking day and lose it to Bobby
Yes.
Lashley again. But I'm gonna go ahead and we've covered everything
Yep.
on this episode, but we're getting ready to record a special. I'm really excited about this because my two best friends get to meet each other, and you guys will see that probably Friday. I'll probably release that on Friday. This will go up on Sunday evening, so it'll go up at noon on Sunday. Um, and I want to thank Drew for joining me again. I want to thank everybody that was involved in our discussions about the predictions. I'm pretty sure I only got one prediction wrong this
Yep.
entire show.
Yep.
And Drew, I
I didn't do well at all.
yeah, he didn't do well at all. You want to know why? It's because you didn't acknowledge your tribal chief.
Never will.
You need to acknowledge your tribal chief. And you need to quit being a Royals fan because we need to cover.
Okay. Yeah, you want to see a mark turn real quick. All right. Well, yeah.
Oh,
Anywho, all right.
you guys got a better chance of winning a World Series more than I do getting my freaking cripple check. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I've been your co-host himself. This has been Mr. Magic Fingers. What I
Ah,
can only a dance will only be a baby face for one more week if I keep this character development up. I love you guys. I'm gonna go create another meeting, and you guys will see the episode that we're getting ready to record. Thank God Drew works nights, and he's like all pumped up now. He's like
definitely awake now.
he took his vitamins and his prayers, but he didn't take the fentanyl. He just took his vitamins, said his prayers. He didn't have to use fentanyl with it. Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.